Pastor Santa Cameau, and we on my man about to come. You know, this is a real word show. My brother.
What's up, y'all? This is your co-host, Rickard, Jean-Noel. Welcome you to the real word. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to everybody that just been helping us to continue to push the movement and continue to be great. So we thank you all for joining us tonight on another episode. We on episode what? What's it? 16? 17. Shout out to all you, season 2, episode 17. But we're here with a very special guest. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Alan Delpeche. I've known Rickard for quite some time, from a youngin', so I'm really happy to be here.
Shout out to Alan. If you look familiar, his brother was the one on episode 3, so we got to keep it all in the family. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting. We still processing that 501c3. We got a couple other things in motion. Guys, if you want to join this conglomerate that we're creating, if you want to join this movement that we're creating, holla at me or holla at Pastor Sanders. We're going to be making this biggest movement. Shout out to Ebenezer SDA. They hosted me Sunday. We had a great lecture on drugs and alcohol and drug prevention for the youth. So shout out to Adnan Noel. Shout out to Angie Noel. Shout out to Pastor Jean-Noel Loss, Dr. Pastor Jean-Noel Loss. And just everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to Franco Haitian. They have that rally this Saturday. They have the rally day in the morning. They got the Fuita night in the afternoon. And shout out to Rose. Rose has a panel of entrepreneur and business people. After that's at 4 o'clock, I'll be part of that panel. So shout out to everybody that's doing something this afternoon.
Also, we're going to be in the building as well, too. We're selling our Funerals Don't Count shirts. We got our new shirts coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. I'm excited about that. I want to shout out my man, Pop Bibles. He's our designer. Neon Kisses. So we're all about black entrepreneurship, promoting black kings and black queens, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day and everything like that. So I want to let the people know what you're about, man.
I'm 26. I'm an optician. It's kind of like unconventional. I don't know how many opticians you guys know.
What is that?
People what that is. Yeah.
An optician is kind of like the pharmacist of the optical industry. So you have your doctors, which is a optometrist. You have your surgeons that are the ophthalmologists. And you have your opticians. So the opticians are the ones who fulfill the prescriptions, but also kind of consult with customers and let them know what they need for their eyes and what they need to see clearly. I've been doing that for quite some time. I kind of stumbled upon it when I was in college. Kind of didn't know what I was kind of like changing my major into. First I did computer science and I was like not feeling it. I needed like that kind of like hands-on experience. Like that ones and zero wasn't really cutting it out for me. So I kind of like went into the administration office one time and I was letting them know that like I kind of wanted to see if there were other opportunities were out there in terms of like a major, and I stumbled upon vision care technology, and I wasn't quite sure what it was. At first I thought it was to be an optometrist and be an actual doctor, but then the first semester I got into it, and it was really hands-on, and that's when I learned that I was like pretty good with my hands, so I kind of wanted to like stick with that route. And I was working at LensCrafters for a little bit, and then after I worked at LensCrafters, like my first experience after becoming like a licensed optician, and I kind of stumbled upon this company called Warby Parker, and that's why I've been working and making my bread and butter at right now. I'm actually the optical supervisor there.
Shout out.
Yeah, big facts. And one of the best things about that job is just having the opportunity to like really impact other people's lives as well. Just like a lot of people that work as part-time advisors, and being someone that's like relatable, being someone that comes from like Brooklyn and young, and people don't really see, people of this stature like doing something and being in that kind of field. Definitely create like this kind of like a role model and like encourage people like, yo, if you here part-time, what you want to do with your life, what you want to do with your career, you have time here, you can work towards becoming a licensed optician for free. Might as well better yourself while you work on whatever you have going on outside of work as well. So that's been really beneficial, and that's what I've been giving me like the most motivation about my job. So it's been really good.
On that note, shout out to Canarsie, because 2 out of the 3 of us is from Canarsie, so shout out to Canarsie. Oh, shout out to your man from Canarsie, Patrick. Shout out to Patrick on his engagement. Shout out to Patrick and his fiance. It's beautiful. Shout out to Black Love, y'all.
Definitely. Shout out to them, too, because like I said, knowing both of them and everything like that, when you meet 2 selfless people who care for one another, who love God, and who's about building each other, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the lovely couples out there. Like I said, I'm coming soon. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming real soon. But right now we building. So once the building, the empire is built. You heard?
Always preaching the foundation.
Need to put a crown on that queen's neck.
Yeah.
Head.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think black families is very important,
It's important.
especially a structure where the parents actually married and they're in the home with the children. I think
Yeah.
that's a big deal, and it changes you. Me being a family man, everybody see how much that changed me. And when you got so much responsibility, you think twice about putting yourself in certain situations, and you know it's not only risking you, it's like risking the lives of your family. Like I know sometimes I'll be at work now, I'm like, yo, I gotta get home to my family, and I'll be holding my daughter, and I'll be laughing, I'll be having fun with her, but you know, stuff like that, you know. So shout out to all the family men, shout out to all the daddies that's holding it down, shout out to all the mothers that's holding it down, and shout out to the parents.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I said, there's a lot of trending topics. Anything you want to talk about in particular?
I mean, we can stick on that topic. I like that.
What's that? But the
foundation. Yeah, I think that's a real important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of that, I've been doing a lot of research on this. They said that recently in America, and not only America but across the globe, they've been demasculating the black male, and this is a product of the fear of the black Messiah. For those that don't know what the black Messiah is, it goes all the way back to biblical times when the Pharaoh in Egypt was killing all first males, well, all male-born Israelites, because he feared that a savior from the blood of the Israelites would come. Same thing as we could even take it further back from when the devil tried to taint the bloodline of God through Noah, and then God sent the flood. And then on top of that, we can even go even deeper when they tried to do the mass genocide during the Persian Empire, and you know, Esther and Mordecai helped stop that. And up until even today now with the black male, and one of the things that they do is to separate the father from the mother, and now the mother is left, and that comes from the Jim Crow laws too, where like they demasculate the male in front of the family, and now the woman is stuck there quivering over her son, trying to protect her son, so she demasculate him and make him more feminine.
You said something very key: bloodlines.
Yeah, facts.
What is the importance of bloodlines? I think we need to understand that.
I think it's what you and I and all of us trying to build legacy.
Yeah,
I think that's why bloodline, our blood as black people, is not normal blood.
No.
Like from the melanin, from our culture, from our background, from our riches of Africa. They said how much riches from Africa do you think the colonizers took, including the diamonds, the gold, the rubber, or the coal, the oil, all the natural resources that they took? How much do you think they took? And some people say 60%, 50%. No, it was only 1%. And they think that this was so much. Africa is still rich in resources. Even for those who know Mansa Musa went on a pilgrimage to Mecca, and he was giving away gold, and he flipped the whole economy. And they would put his face on most atlases and maps because they were known for that. Mansa Musa was one of the first persons that had a map that had trade routes between Africa and the Americas. But some people don't even know that. You know, this is our black history. He's from Mali. Mali's right there near the coast of the ocean, right by Ghana. And if you look by Mali and Ghana, the closest would be Brazil. Brazil we know is a Mecca where like a bunch of African Americans came into Brazil. That's why so much Brazil women got big booties right now. And these is facts.
What you want to say, my brother?
Now I agree. I think like keeping that foundation between like black families, a man and a woman and a child, and having that household complete where there is two providers in the household and there is a child there. Like, I think that's a big thing. That's something you don't really see too common. I think that's something that, you know, we're working to change the tide on. I shout you out, man, for like being the man that you've grown to be. Like,
thanks, bro.
We came through like a long way from our childhood, and now we like you encouraged me to like looking for one day have that wedding day with my girl. Have a family, all those things one day. Like, it's a real big shout out to you, you know. Like,
thanks, man.
I look at you and my brothers as like really good like motivation, and like it just shows you like how do you create, like you look at other situations where people like born into money because they're born into money because they have a mother and a father, they have a sustainable household, and everyone is making an income. And you look at the back family, it's like it's not something you see too consistently of, you know, like if we're there for each other, we can build towards something strong where then we can start to like think about it. Me and my girl always trying to contemplate ways that we can make money in the future, and right now we're just jotting down our ideas, seeing what we can make towards the future so we can have like our kids and our generations live on. Because like I've met my dad's peoples, his brothers, my uncles, and like the last name Delpeche. Like it means a lot to like everyone in my family. Me and my brothers, we always playing around like, yo, we're Delpeche, we're Delpeche. But we want to stand by that. We want that name to really mean something one day. So we're working towards that.
Do what the last name means?
Apparently, like, there's a lot of people that come to my job, like, they be like French and stuff. They're like, oh, it means either of the fish or of the peach. So, like, I know back then in the past, a lot of people in France or, like, in Haiti, in general, you would be named based off your occupation.
Yeah,
so, somehow, you know, maybe one of my ancestors was like a fisherman. I can't swim, so I don't know about all that.
It's hard.
It's not for me. But I think that's the real key.
But Haiti had one of the biggest ports in the Western Hemisphere. And we know that's the Port-au-Prince.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, one of the biggest shipping ports ever in the Americas. So, guys, why do you think there's such a fear of a black messiah? For those that don't know, a black messiah is basically a person of our color that would come and basically save the people of color. Examples of black messiahs would be Martin Luther King, in a sense where he was like, I've seen the mountaintop. His speech, the mountaintop, almost reflects the speech that Paul gave, the Apostle Paul in the Bible. Martin Luther King said, basically, I've seen the mountaintop. I might not get there with you, but one day we all going to be free. The Apostle Paul, when he was dying, he said that I fought the good fight. I set up churches in multiple places. I preached the word without conviction. And he was basically saying that I gave my all into this ministry, and if I was to die tomorrow, I would die knowing that I did my job. And Martin Luther King basically said the same thing. And we know that even FBI, the feds, like they made a whole case on Martin Luther King, bugging his phones, bugging his hotel.
All the leaders from him, Malcolm X, the Black Panthers,
Marcus Garvey, Huey Newton, all of them. And they wrote a suicide note and told Martin Luther King to put the suicide note by his bed and then kill himself. It was basically saying that we know you're a fraud, oh, I'm a fraud, I've been sleeping with women, I'm not who I say I am, and this and that. Another example would be, what's that school in Brooklyn? The school in Brooklyn that's named after that black guy. Medgar Evers.
Okay.
Medgar Evers was followed every day by 2 FBI agents and 1 police car every single day.
That's crazy.
From his job to his home every day. The day that he got assassinated, the police, FBI were nowhere to be found. The day that Martin Luther King got assassinated, it was one man that bent down and touched him to see if there was a pulse. That guy was a member of the FBI for over 10 years, and he was part of Martin Luther King's entourage, and Martin Luther King didn't even know that. So there's always an Agent X amongst us, and well, there's a whole department called surveillance, and even Facebook, ironically, is under that assumption where like they use these analytical skills and they basically create, I guess, information on us, and this is $1 billion situation, and they basically look through these analytics and these informations, and they see what we're thinking, what we're trying to do, and what it is. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so hard for, I guess, a black man to be that revolutionary person at this time. You guys heard about that Black Lives Matter guy that found shot and burned in his car? Yeah, so basically, like, those are the things that we face when you stand up to be a leader. So why do you think there's such a fear of the black messiah? A black man is going to stand up and try to free his people, not only his people, but all people.
I think it's been affected that the powers that be, it's going to ruin the economy of the powers that be.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the main reason why, you know, people want to attack Syria as well too. You see what I'm saying? Because they got their oil reserves and...
Ironically, bro, in Syria, there's a place called Damascus. That's the same place where Paul was blinded and first met Christ. And that's considered a holy ground and no one's supposed to attack it. But look who's attacking it, Israel and America.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's just strength and unity, you know, so they try to tear it down. And like you said, it's like a lot of competition, just because, like, you know, for example, look how, like, successful, like, Black Panther is, like, in a sense, like, where everyone, like, in one culture, like, bands together or there's someone in that culture trying to strengthen people to encourage people like to buy out your own businesses, because if we get started smarter, someone else has to sacrifice for that. You know,
That's
like,
a fact.
that's income that people are losing, and we're generating that income within our community. And I think that's the biggest threat, because it's just like, yeah, once we start doing that consistently, it's like we have our own key to create that
That's
foundation,
a
like you
fact.
said about the household.
And I think just with the rules of nature, it's heading towards that direction. You see what I'm saying? You can't stop the flow. You know what I'm saying?
It's like an
Because
ecosystem.
the thing is that, you know, they would try to do all that they can to destroy the black man or the black woman. But at the end of the day, we are strong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mind, body, and spirit. So it's going to happen regardless. You know, one day we will be free, and we're heading towards that freedom. You know what I'm saying? By us educating people on financial freedom, spiritual freedom. You see what I'm saying? The value of the family, because the family is the root of building a nation.
Yeah, of course.
Once the family is intact, that's what it's about. And people always follow example than just talking. So the
Just look
example-
at the Rothschilds as an example of
Yeah.
a powerful family.
You know?
He sent out all his sons to different places of the world and set up banks, and they all kept loaning to each other, and they kept their money a secret, and they had that power from the money and from secrecy and from marrying each other. Like, they would marry their second or third cousin and keep the money within themselves.
That's real.
Yeah. So what you think, Alan, about the fear of a black messiah or like a black leader, a strong black leader? Like, why you think it's so taboo? Shout out to all the people watching. If you have a question, drop your questions in the comment section. Like us, share us. So let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's just like I said, fear. Fear is that everyone is getting smarter, and we start like, you know, doing things for ourselves. We can't fuel the engine that's like the economy that we live in now. The system's like, we're the consumers. If we don't buy like that Louis, we don't buy all that extravagant stuff. Like, the masses, like the people in control, they're not getting the money. You know what I'm saying? If we were able to start, like, you know, start making our own businesses, and we start like, you know, shopping like people are shopping at like black-owned businesses and things like that. Just continue to support each other. It's gonna create like a system where we can like make sure systems are being put in place to like better our people in general. Like, we're building parks in our neighborhoods. You know, we're putting Whole Foods in our neighborhoods. You don't have to worry about bodegas and all of those things. It's like, it's those systems, it's those things that's like, I think that keeps it down.
So we got to get back to Black Dollar, you saying?
I think to an extent, but just even like a mindset of just positivity and like self-sufficiency, like doing things on your own, I think is really big too, and just having like a broader mindset. Like you said, like being a messiah, being someone that's like preaching a word, it's like, it's something that, it could be scary to some people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you guys do is similar to that. Like, you guys are a voice for like a generation that doesn't really get to speak out now as much, but now we have social media, we have all these platforms. It's like more encouraging to see people be themselves. You see people taking an entrepreneur route and things like that. So I think things are turning for the better, and like they said, you know, you got to tear a nation down before it can rise up again. And I think we're just going through everything that we're going through right now because things are going to get better in the future. You just got to keep a positive mindset.
I agree,
Yeah,
100%. I wanted to ask you guys about the Meek Mill situation.
Free Meek Mill.
They basically said that the DA wanted to get his release, but the same judge denied it. What do you think is the issue? What's the problem with that?
I think
Didn't they say it was like she wanted a favor or something like that? Like,
yeah,
she wanted him to shout her name out in the song or something like that. Like,
I think that's the rhetoric of playing the black female versus the black male, and that's being played before our eyes. Because if you look at it, there's a lot of people that's in support of Meek Mill's, but it's almost like if she lets him go, then she looks bad, because then he could turn around and be like, you see, this and that. And it almost seems like she's like a bitter older woman, almost like it's like she's holding a personal vendetta against him. But
it's crazy.
They said that he's gonna get retrialed, though. They said.
I hope so, man. Free Meek.
Do you think that from this situation, will open doors to let people know that the justice system has to change?
Yeah, I think that conversation's been something that's been going on.
Yeah, because we see a lot of billionaires going to visit him, like the owner of
The Sixers,
the owner of the Patriots. So yeah.
I agree.
I also wanted to ask you guys this too. How you guys feel about the Starbucks situation?
I don't know too much about that situation.
Well, basically what happened was it was two black men who was waiting for someone.
They were waiting for their lawyer
Yeah.
to do a real estate deal or something.
Yeah.
Mhm. And the thing is that the manager called the cops on them.
Wow.
And their friend was like, "What did they do wrong?" And I want to take your thoughts about that and everything like that.
I guess that's about perception and like reputation. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's the stigma against two gentlemen that want to meet up on a Starbucks, because a lot of people do that. Honestly, a lot of people conduct their business meetings and things like that in Starbucks. So it's kind of unfair in that case. But I'm actually not surprised. You know, like
Honestly, never thought Starbucks was for us. I deal with Dunkin' Donuts. Ironically, the owner of Starbucks went to Canarsie and used to speak at the graduations.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, all about that.
Yeah, so
He's a white guy.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
He grew up in Bayview Project.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. But I think it's an unfortunate situation. I've been racially profiled a lot, especially as a youth, and I know it's one of those things that we deal with. Even now, I get racially profiled. Like I go to the gym in Bensonhurst, not too far from where I live, and some mornings, besides the people working there, I'm the only black male there.
Wow.
And they look at me like I'm crazy. There's one guy who talks to me like, "What's up, man?" Blah blah blah. And he makes small talk, but other than that, no one really speaks to me. And sometimes they have certain looks on their face. Me, I just turn my music up and do my workout. I don't try to pay mind to that.
Yeah, one of the most annoying things for me is like just walking and you notice people like always like holding their bags or like crossing the street. I'm like, damn, man, I know I'm big, but I don't think I'm that scary, you know. So I'm like, man, but sometimes I just do the favor. I cross the street for them, make them feel more comfortable.
Do you ever encounter that at work?
Work not so much. I mean, I'm fortunate to work in a location like Soho, so they're pretty like they're diverse and they're definitely like more up to date with the times and like understanding of like different cultures, things like that. So I actually like that I can be myself at my job, and if anything, no one can ever take away like what's in my mind. So for customers, like maybe second guessing my professionalism or second guessing like do I know exactly what I'm talking about? Like I have straight up confidence in like the knowledge I know about lenses and glasses and things like that. So they're gonna know why I'm in the position that I am in. So it's never really been a situation that's something that made me upset, but it's more so like an opportunity to show you why I'm here,
I understand.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're being tested at that time.
Exactly, and I kind of live for that. Honestly, I think I succeed more when there's like doubt. Like I want to prove people.
Because success is the greatest killer.
Exactly, and if everyone is expecting you to succeed, then it's like you have that fear of failure. But if no one's expecting you to become anything, you're coming from a blank slate. You can just do whatever you put your mind to. Honestly.
Yeah, it's basically it's like the underdog story.
Yeah,
I love that.
Me, of course, I like
Big
that.
sports fan, so
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, especially coming from where I'm from, like I said, because like I said, coming from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of greatness. What's up, Michelle? Whose people is that?
Oh, shout out to Michelle. It's my brother girl.
That's what's up. Shout
out
my
to girl on there. Shout out to Rebecca too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I mean, just coming from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, like I said, a lot of great people came from Brooklyn.
Yes,
of course.
However, you know what I'm saying, there's
Spike Lee, Michael Jordan.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? Tupac, from Brooklyn as well, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of great people came from Brooklyn. And basically, with that being said, I mean, there's a lot of opposition because, there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of situations. However, with that being said, there's also a stigma. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the slum, coming from the ghetto. So it's a beautiful story, you know what I'm saying?
The Cinderella story.
It's a beautiful story for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? That
shout out to Cardi B. She's living out her Cinderella story right now.
She's definitely not going broke.
Yeah, she's not going broke. I think she got a big fan base.
She got a big fan base.
Yeah.
Huge.
She went from 600,000 in the last month to 4 million right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's making deals as well too, you know what I'm saying? She's all about, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. She has to do what she had to do because that was the only way for her to do what she had to do. You see what I'm saying? But she turned that negative into a positive. You see what I'm saying?
Good, baby.
It's all
good. So, which is beautiful and everything like that.
You guys heard about what's going on in South America? In South Africa.
Well, I know Winnie Mandela just passed away.
Yeah, basically in South Africa, the government is taking all farmland from colonizers and giving it back to the people.
That's beautiful.
And a lot of them are complaining, and some of them are.
What they should be complaining about? Listen, there's something. You see, black people, we have no problem to share.
No.
You know what I'm saying? For example, like I'm gonna put you on like every like other hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, like if a white person comes to the neighborhood, we don't have a problem when a white person comes to the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say, for example, like when I remember the first time, like a few families moved to Canarsie. There's a lot of white people in Canarsie.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And then there was white flight.
Exactly. Everybody left. You see what I'm saying? Now they want to come back. I mean, we have nothing against white folk coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that when we're entitled to how what we want, there's a problem. Like there shouldn't be a problem. Period.
So basically, also in Africa, they're saying 44 countries in Africa are coming together to create a new union.
Wow.
They said
It's over.
That's big.
And they said one of the holdouts right now is ironically South Africa and Nigeria, but they're basically creating something. Another thing that's being recreated is China. China is offering loans to Africa to try to restabilize Africa. Basically, they said that China is trying to recreate the Silk Road. The Silk Road basically is the connection between China, India, Africa, where they do free trading between them.
Yeah.
And Syria is playing a big part of that. Like I said, Syria is a biblical place. Paul was blinded by Christ on his road to Damascus. Damascus, the capital of Syria. So Syria, basically, they owe no loans. They owe no debt. They have no central bank. They're all about being Muslim, so they're like everything that goes against what America and Israel stand for, basically. And they're not with nothing. Like they're like, you can't come and centralize. You can't come and put a McDonald's in Syria. You can't come and put these big box stuff in here because we're not with it. Like we're stuck to our culture. We're stuck to our Muslim, and we're just doing this. So that's where that conflict is coming from, basically. And they have that false flag of where they're saying that there was the gas bombing in Syria, and they're saying that that's fake. But we know usually with wars, they create these fake rhetorics where they're saying that, oh, there's weapons of mass destruction, or they're killing their people, and this and that, which gives Captain America the obligation or a reason to go in and quote unquote save these people, but we know really they just go in there and they colonize it, they take it over and this and that. But like that's where that beef is coming from. And as you realize, gas prices went up to like $3.25, $3.75, and that's because of all of this that's going on.
Well, I want to say something about China. Historically, China has never attacked the country.
No, they don't. America's beef with China is China's making so much money off all these goods, and China's selling everything for cheap, and they're selling it to everybody. And America wants to control who China sells things to. But China just doesn't care. So America's setting tariffs, like basically taxes on China. I think right now it's what, 60 billion and tariffs on China. So like all these things is gonna start going up. And China just created their own dollar called the petrodollar. So like they're not using the American dollar no more in China. So if China's the one that like everybody owes debt to, because America owes the most debt to China, but that doesn't mean China and America is cool. It's just that America owes China bread. Like, I'm gonna look out for you because you owe me bread, and so you better pay me off. I'm gonna look out for you, but you got my bread. But basically, like now, it's business, because if America goes to war with China, and I don't think America will do that. I'm not saying that they do, but if they do, basically, then like. If I punch you in the face and you saying that I owe you bread, and I'm like punch you in your face and I beat you up, I'm not paying you back your bread, basically. But they got to create a conflict, so now it's all political moves. So right now it's more like something like a Cold War, where it's like a tax war, basically. So and usually wars start off with taxes, like we know even the American war, taxation without representation, the Boston Tea Party, which ultimately ended up in the revolution.
I feel like the tide is changing. I feel like the black man will be supreme. Mm-hmm. The black man is supreme. That's what I feel 100%.
But China's helping Africa a lot right now.
That's a fact. So they're not extorting. They're not exposing. They're really helping Africa.
Yeah, but that comes back from like the connection that Africa always had with China. You know, with the Mongols, and they used to trade with the indigenous people of Africa. There was never beef between Africa and China, because China did not come in and extort Africa the way America and Europe and Australia.
Wow.
China didn't do that.
I think China was the one that also that helped Akon with the life as well too.
Maybe, I'm not too sure about that.
Wow.
But basically, that's where they at right now. I think for blacks in America, I think Africa needs to step its game up. Because if Africa is stepping its game up and Africa is pulling money moves and Africa is busting moves, and we could be like, yeah, we're proud of Africa, because Africans, people from Africa, they look down upon blacks in America. They look at us like we're stupid. Basically, that's why people with the West Indies, from Africa and other countries, come to America, and they use America to make them better, and then they send money back home, and they make back home better. Black Americans, they just in America like they sitting up in the projects, kicking rocks, shooting each other, selling rocks, and doing rocks. Basically, you know. And we Haitians, we know our parents came and they grinded hard.
Yeah.
Whether it was our moms doing home health aid for 14 hours a day, to our fathers driving a cab or driving a school bus, you know. It might have not been luxury, but they did what they had to do to put us in position. And we know most black households, like West Indians, first thing they did when they got together, when they got their lawsuit, they copped the crib. They copped the crib, they rent the whole house, chopped up the basement, you know, they find a friend $500, $600 bill off the room, they make their bread, and they send more money back to Haiti, they build a crib in Haiti, so that's their retirement. So that's $700, $800, $1,000 SSI check in America, it's like $10,000 back in Haiti, so they good. So that's our mindset. But these niggas, they sitting up in the projects waiting online for that $225 from welfare for the month, and they get a blunt, they get Chinese food talking about they living good. So that's the mindset. So
I guess it depends where your priorities are too, and what you're satisfied with in life too.
It is. But then we look. Well, they show us pictures of Africa with people with like flies up their nose and living crazy. I think that's why with this whole Uganda situation, it made us so proud. Like, these are black billionaires, like black people with technology, black people as kings and queens and, you know, tribes, and they're strong. I think that's what made people be like, yeah, Wakanda forever black.
Yeah, bro, Richard, that's your cousin?
Yeah, that's my cousin,
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out to Richard.
Shout out to my cousin Regis and everything like that. So
what y'all think, people? Comment. What y'all think about the Black Messiah? What y'all think about Africa uniting the different nations? Africa uniting. What y'all think about China helping out Africa? What y'all think about China versus America and everybody attacking Syria? What y'all think about that? Let us know.
I want to also basically say this too. Another thing too. Coachella, Beyonce.
I heard she ripped it 2 hours.
She ripped it.
She did it.
Yo, in all honesty. Not to take away from Michael Jackson, not a way to take from what the greatest entertainer at the time. We got Michael Jackson,
we got Prince,
we got Whitney Houston, and you got a lot of people that contributed. You know what I'm saying?
There's Mariah Carey,
you know, and we shout out all of them. We shout out all of them. You know what I'm saying? For the wonderful work that they have done. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in all honesty, we gotta keep it real, because you know we're not haters. This is the real word. So we want to shout out Beyonce, because she is the greatest entertainer of our lifetime.
For sure.
And you know what I'm saying? She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. We know she's bad. She knows how to, you know.
After 3 kids too, man.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I'm just more so amazed that she can still perform the way she can and move the way she can.
And she has crazy work ethic.
Yeah.
She knows how to get her money. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys feel that she is the greatest entertainer of all time? And why she is? I mean, for me, I just think she's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
An entertainer.
I've never seen her live, but like from what I've seen on TV and like with her performances, like I've never seen anyone that could like dance and sing the way she sings. So I think we definitely gotta like tip your hat out to her. I guess we got like Chris Brown probably being.
Now Chris Brown is another one too, do this thing too, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Brown just have that negative stigma attached to him, as you know.
I know.
Nah, that's a one-time situation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So is he making the right decisions
now? Exactly, that's all that matters, because we all make better. For example, that football player who hit his girl, you know, she provoked him.
Yeah.
So like she accepted my request.
You talking about Ray Rice?
Ray Rice, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He's redeemed. So we all, you know what I'm saying, made mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But it's about coming back and making sure that you're better and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? That's all that matters at the end of the day and everything like that. My man Terry said Kanye, Beyonce, artist. Oh, my man
Kanye,
Terry said
for
Kanye.
sure.
Yeah, Kanye is
Kanye
one of
big.
the best.
Kanye's
Yeah,
definitely
facts.
big
You know what I'm
one.
saying?
Speaking of Kanye, I think they did some brain control stuff to him because he's quiet and he's looking crazy. He's looking like an empty shell.
You think
I
so?
think he probably is on some type of medication for like depression and all that stuff.
Yeah,
He's on. Maybe
his mother and everything like that.
Yeah, like he's been going through a lot, but I think that's like shows you what like the toll fame can have on you and that pressure and like that being on that kind of platform and having so many people watch you, like how that can affect you, you know.
That's a fact.
Because he was big, and then like, you listen to his older stuff. I'm like, man, this is so deep.
Yeah.
It's just a shame, like, you know, all the talented people go through the hardest things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
But
that's
I
why
think
they're kind of great.
I think his comeback will be amazing.
I think so too. I'm waiting for that.
I mean,
next album,
he's
man.
not broke.
That is like my go-to in the gym.
He's not broke, and I see Kim holding him down and everything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
of course. Mm-hmm.
You know, she's definitely loyal to him and everything like that. I wanted to ask you, how you guys feel about this new artist? Yo, she is nice. You know me, I'm all about great music, great artistry. I want to shout out my homegirl, her. Yo, guys, if you guys like
H-E-R?
yeah, bro, she is official. My man said he's working on his album. That's a fact. Trust me, he's grinding. But her is a great artist. If you guys love good R&B music, this is the artist to listen to. If you see her, right, she usually likes to block her face. She's a gorgeous girl, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, she's always blocking her face, like Aaliyah, you feel me?
Yeah,
You know, that's the first one who ever did that, blocking your face and everything like that. But she's a very wonderful artist. Her music is official. She don't talk about no ratchet stuff in the music. She don't curse in the music. She just promote black love. That's right. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, she knows the deal. You feel me? Her, shout out to her and all those amazing artists, R&B artists, because R&B is back. Like my man, Ro James too. Ro James is official.
That's what's up.
It's official. So we want to promote. That's right. Her voice is very sweet. She has a song called "Can You Focus on Me?" Talking about how you shouldn't be distracted by any form of thing, but focus on me. You know everything. So she's all about great music. I want to shout out all the great rappers too. You got Kaya from Queens. She's doing her thing. Explicit lyricists. There's a lot of great artists out here too. I want to also say this too. For those who support Nicki Minaj, for those who support Cardi B, you can still support both of them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's about black excellence. It's about making money. But I want to ask. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, I agree. You can root for both for sure. I think like you can cheer one on without slandering the other one, and I think right now that's not really the case. It's either you picking one and you throwing dirt on the other one's name, or vice versa. But I think both of them are doing their thing. Like Nicki has a pretty solid track record. Everyone knows what she's done. You can't let like time make you forget these people's accomplishments and stuff like that. The other day I was just thinking about like Lil Wayne. I'm like, man, I really slept on how impactful Lil Wayne was.
Oh, he's doing his
in
thing.
high school.
So the way was the reason why we all started smoking weed and sipping weed. Yo, I remember that I feel like dying. That song. Yo, Lil Wayne had them hits, man. He had the I'm me. He had
Carter 2.
Yeah. Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4. Oh, man, he had that.
Jay-Z really inspired him a lot.
Yeah.
Jay-Z definitely did. Jay-Z inspired a lot of people, though. You know, like he's
Mr.
one.
Carter. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Carter. I remember I had the album, so I used to bump that album all the time. So, who's listened to Carter B album? Have you or you listened to it?
I heard it.
I've listened to it.
I've listened to the whole album through. So let me get your opinion. What do y'all think of the album?
I think it's fire.
I like it. I think she was like,
she's not the best rapper, but she knows how to rap.
and
You feel
she's
me?
original. Like her personality is like coming through her
That's a
music.
fact.
Too, so
Yeah.
I think people like more so someone they can relate to, and I think that's why she has such a big fan base.
And she's genuine.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
sincere, and also too, like I said, you know, she's hood, but she speaks against injustice. She speaks against that's not fair and everything
Exactly.
like that. And she's real and authentic. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to their artists, just be you, be yourself. And speak your truth and speak your voice.
Nah, agreed.
And be creative and be different. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
I think the album was alright. Like it had
To each his own.
It had a few,
you know.
it had a few bangers, maybe like a good 4 songs. I've been listening to Cardi B for a while, like since her mixtape. She had those 2 mixtapes. She had the skits with the Haitian guy, and I remember those. And she had the album. The album was decent. I think Nicki has put out better albums. I think Cardi B makes good songs, but Nicki is a better lyricist.
It's a fact.
For sure.
Her, Remy Ma, and check out Kaya. Kaya, official. She bring that fire.
Kaya.
She
Like my
was-
neck, my back.
She just was rapping at Funkmaster Flex.
Oh, I'm not too familiar with that guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
you gotta put
nice.
me on. Yeah,
I'll put
yeah,
you on.
yeah.
Put you on the car when I come with you. Definitely, she's official. She nice and everything like that. You know, like I said, it's good. There's good artists out there. Remy Ma, you feel me?
Remy Ma's gonna be at Summer Jam.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, everybody's talking about Summer Jam. Why everybody talking about Summer Jam?
Because they was announcing all the people who was performing today on the radio. Ebro, Funk Master Flex, all of them was on the radio today. So they was announcing the Summer Jam lineup.
Who's headlining?
I'm not sure. The last person I heard them announce was Kendrick Lamar. They said Kendrick Lamar, Swiss Beats, Lil Wayne, A Boogie with the hoodie.
Yeah, shout out to Ace Boogie
yeah,
too,
I
man.
like that.
Put it out for the
Platinum,
Bronx. Yo, bro, this guy is a great. I call him both. He's a singer and he's a rapper.
Yeah.
His album was official.
Big time.
Official. Like I said, music is back.
Good. His album was good.
Yeah.
Like I said, music is back, man. Music is back. Hip hop, R&B is back. Like I said, let's just keep promoting great artists. There's a lot of good artists out there. Great lyricists. Paint great pictures when it comes to their art. Like, support good artists. You know what I'm saying? Don't jump in the bandwagon until Funkmaster Flex and Ebro or Charlamagne the God gives, because you know the industry, they be hating on new talent and stuff like that. So support them now. That's why me as a pastor, I do my part to support artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I tell guys, you know, try to cut back from the cursing. You see what I'm saying? Because of the kids and the teachers and all that. Because you know, but like there's good artists out there that is promoting good music and stuff like that. So support good artistry. It's not when they lit and they getting licks. That's when you want to be down. But be with them while they're going through their process and support them and push them. We all could do a part at the end of the day.
I usually think artists put out their best content when they're like still going through that process of like establishing themselves. Because like you look at a lot of like artists when they're like starting off, like Wiz in his heyday was all before they became like, you know, big. Like, you know, before they became commercial, before they blew up. Because it's like at that time you could tell they were definitely like staying true to themselves. You know, like struggling and like they had more like.
They hungry.
They're hungry. Like there's more things they could talk about that you could like relate to. It's motivational. But then you ain't rich yet. So when you hear people talking about jets and things like that, it's like I can't relate. Yeah.
That's a fact. But yo, check out my man Toby. Toby from Houston, he official.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he nice. I post this stuff like every Monday. I forgot to post it, but he's official. This guy was connected by my man Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas is a millionaire, but however, he's always reaching out to the kids, inspiring people to be better, ET and everything like that. So, like I said, I think it's all about you can still be rich, but you gotta mingle with the people. You see what I'm saying?
Of course,
when you mingle with the people, you understand their pain, you understand their struggle, you understand
communicate like a message, you know.
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
Like,
you know what I'm saying? You can still be rich, but understand people's perspective. So it's all about, you know, connecting and building people 100% and everything like that.
New York hip hop is back.
That's a fact. New people, it's definitely back. I wanted to ask how you guys feel about Kendrick winning the Pulitzer Award.
I think Kendrick is multi-talented. I feel like he speaks from the heart and he raps from the heart. Have you guys ever heard that song Black Boy Fly?
Yeah.
It's official.
Yeah, that song is deep, and he's basically talking about like he was watching people from Compton make it big. He's talking about the game. He's talking about this basketball player. He's talking about like he's seen them come from rags to riches, and he was like, wow, 1 out of 10, that's like a miracle. 2 out of 10, that's like wow. Imagine 3. So he didn't think he was gonna be able to make it or be the place where he was. And he was saying that he was watching the game blow up, and the game pulled up on him in the Harley Davidson truck, and he was like, wow. And then like he was just telling that story, and we all remember Kendrick as this little kid, like when he first came out, and
But he was nice.
yeah,
he was always nice.
Of course, he was always nice.
He was always nice.
I'll go as far as to say Kendrick is the modern day Tupac.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But the way he paint pictures, the way
That's
he
a fact.
For the ghetto from the beautiful point of view, he's like that rose that sprung out the concrete type.
Yeah, I could appreciate Kendrick. I was always like a little bit more of like a Cole fan.
I mean, yo, J. Cole's coming with the album too.
And J. Cole's official too.
It's official too.
Cole's
Nice.
my guy too. I like Kendrick too though, man.
That's a fact. Shout out to my man Sahara the Prince. He official.
Saha is nice.
Saha is nice.
He kind of dropped that album out of like nowhere.
Saha is nice.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm all about lyrics.
He fell off a little bit when he started beefing with Kanye, but
Cause he wanted his music to be out there and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, and his fans was expecting that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it. But now his stuff is out. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue to support good music. People that are actually saying something and just talking about that ratchet stuff. So I promote good music. I support that 100%. You know?
Looks like we got one new comment, I think.
Well, we had a couple people that just joined. Shout out to Vlad.
Shout out to Vlad. What up, boy?
Shout out to Eric Hervey. He's all the way from Massachusetts.
Shout out to Eric, man. He always shows mad love, man.
Yeah, that's my boy right
Shout
there. Yeah, I met him when I did my first camp meeting when I was like 25.
Wow.
Spoke in front of like 10 to 50,000 people,
wow.
which was a beautiful
Stadium
situation.
status.
Yeah, so like I said, we gonna do those things. Like I said, once these moves are being made, you feel me? So we gonna be good. Trust me, we have a lot of work to do. So I'm very excited about that.
Real quick, so what y'all think about that Stormy Daniels situation? Currently today, Donald Trump's personal lawyer is in court to testify against the documents that was found. Basically, they found proof that he did pay off the porn star $100,000 not to snitch that she was sleeping with Donald Trump, and they also found that.
I got a shout out. There you get a shout out, Eric, because you loyal. Listen, we gonna talk one day. Don't worry. Real soon, we gonna sit down and talk. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother.
And they also found out like more details about Donald Trump Jr., who was having an affair with Aubrey O'Day from the band. And they also found out.
What? I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
These dudes with money was giving up crazy. So like, so I honestly think that this lawyer about to snitch, cause
that's a fact.
Cause Trump is already beefing with like the ex-director of the FBI, I think it is. So the FBI have a vendetta against him.
That's a fact. And are there to add on to family? Mm-hmm. If my man, if Trump fires the person that's in his case, mm-hmm. it's impeachment. That's
automatic, yeah.
Automatic,
but he did fire the guy though. The guy.
Robert Mueller?
No,
Robert Mueller.
Okay.
Yeah. If he fires Robert Mueller, the guy who's on his case, like even Republicans, like there's grounds and rules for impeachment. Yeah. But I just want to let you know that Pence is way worse too. So don't get it twisted. Pence is way worse.
Yeah, I heard like he's racist, he's sexist.
That's a fact.
He said he's crazy.
But he's more on the side. He's not like disrespectful like Trump. He's more like cordial with it.
Political savvy.
Exactly, political savvy with it. But it's the same thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Do you think the world is laughing at America right now?
Yeah, I would.
I think that the world is laughing at America.
Because it's kind of just like a TV show at this moment right now.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
I mean, I think
it's kind of hard to believe it's really reality.
I feel like this was basically that they were saying because no one takes Trump seriously as a leader. That's the reason why other countries are making so much deals and they leave America out. And I guess for Trump to get payback, he's throwing out all these sanctions. But like I said, China, Europe, Russia, Africa, they're all making these deals and leaving America out. So like he's just throwing out all these sanctions to like Russia and China and all these other things. So
that's what's up. Also, too, I want to say that. So I want to shout out Uncle Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry.
Oh, listen,
Uncle Jerry, you got called up again, man. You used to call all the time. What happened?
Listen, my man. Oh wow, my man said. Remember Tupac? Remember Trump was selected before he was even elected. That's a fact.
Of course.
That's a fact. We all
they
know that.
They needed a big dummy, and he's the biggest of all.
That's a fact.
So why not?
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. I heard also too that Facebook also removes the popular Black Lives Matter page for being a fake.
Yeah, I don't know.
About that. That's a trending topic too.
They were saying that how Russian trolls, like Russian spies, was creating false propaganda and using Facebook to try to influence the people. And one of the things that they did was using Black Lives Matter pages. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that they were saying.
Well, like I said, man, the truth is gonna come out. Like I said, Black Kings, Black Queens, continue to speak your truth. Continue to represent the generation and our people, and that's all that it is. We have a platform, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Shout out to God for giving us this platform.
Oh, that definitely, man. Like I said, man, when you lay aside your pride, you lay aside your ego, and you just, look at what a person can bring to the table, and you lay aside yourself, and you like, yo, let's build, let's make something. Things can happen, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you're a friend of Rickard, your brother, you're a friend of mine. So like I said, let's just build and support each other and let's help one another so we all can get it. So we all can give back to our community. At the end of the day, it's about giving back to our community, and that's what it is. You know, a lot of hoods are hurting. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bury Saeed this Friday, so rest in peace to Saeed. So, but like I said, you know, we have a lot of work to do in our neighbors, from Canarsie to Bed-Stuy to what's that place called again? Clinton Hill.
Yeah.
You know, Bayview. They all need aid. They all need help. You know what I'm saying? There's struggling mothers out there. There's struggling fathers out there. There's struggling black brothers, black sisters that just need the opportunity. So we are going to be that voice. We are that voice to them, but we need to continue to do our part. So we have a lot of work to do and everything like that.
So you can never like. Sometimes like one of my friends, he said something that always like resonated with me. He's like, "Yo, if you passed away tomorrow, like what would people say about you and what would people remember you by?"
Yeah.
And that's always something that's like resonated with me and like kind of something I try to live by, because it's like, for real, like if you're not really making an impact in other places or someone else's life, or like just progressing year to year, that's like how I really truly like measure success. Is like if I put myself in a better position than I was the year before, or if I've impacted somebody's life, or like how my life has been impacted by someone else's. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like you said, is just like making sure like, you know, you get somewhere, but also don't forget where you came from, and like make sure you're taking care of that neighborhood. And then shout out to you guys for doing what you've been doing, like with all the events and like the fundraisers you guys been doing, like the impact that you guys been making in the community, because it's like something that like is really big, man. And it's like it's encouraging, but it's also like inspiring too, you know, just even creating like this platform to speak up. You know, a lot of people have voices and they look to find ways how to channel their voice, and this what you guys do is like inspiring for a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people out here appreciate the work that y'all been putting through, and that's why the blessings are coming.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We want to be a blessing. We want to just help our people, better our people, and just show the love of God, because the love of God is all about action. It ain't about just talking. You feel me?
Facts,
it's about if you don't have a place to stay, help people a place to stay. You need you know, food to eat. I have food to give you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have clothes to wear, I give you clothes to wear. So that's what it's about. That's what Jesus was doing. He was all about just doing good for the fellow man, not just busting checks. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that, but it's about helping the people first. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know, we're here to do, and we want to continue to support each and every one of you guys. Each and every one of you gals. Let's keep it moving. Let's build our people, because we have a lot of work to do out here. You know.
So, Alan, from when we was in the backyard playing ball and chilling and wilding out to clubbing in Galaxy and the Jumbler and what's that other place called? Buzz. No, the other place on the Empire, the big one.
It was Buzz and Gravity.
Yeah, Gravity.
Yeah.
Like how much do you think we've changed today?
Man, from even like a youth, you would think like, yo, man, I think we were like a mixed bag of like just a product of the environment. Like we had a good head on our shoulders, but you can only help but get like involved in what was going on out there. But I think we stayed like, you know, stayed the course. I think we definitely like came a long way. Like just we used to be real playing basketball all the time, like having fun behind the backyard, like all the things like crazy water fights and all that stuff. Then we just evolved into like the club scene and just like started living real fast, real quick. I'm kind of glad we went through that phase kind of early, because you know,
get all the demons out.
Yeah. Like,
I'm telling you,
but it was fun, and it's
that's
like
a fact.
Definitely grew. Definitely a big part of like why we are the people we are today.
That's a fact,
for sure. But definitely came a long way, man.
In a good way, though.
In a great way, I agree.
Yeah,
everyone is doing like their thing from the circle that we had from when we was younger. So
yeah, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Some dudes just disappear, like this guy Simon.
Y'all still miss this boy sometimes, and I'm like, damn. At the end of the day, yeah, he's still alive. You know, we can't find him, but he was a big part of our childhood. But like, people grow up, people like go their separate ways.
You might be making some moves that he won.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know. Wish him all the best, though. Shout out to that guy.
If anybody finds Simon, tell him to holler.
Yeah. There's somebody looking for you, bro.
He's from Canarsie.
He's Haitian?
He worked at a liquor store. I never got a free liquor bottle or nothing from that.
Wow.
He's Chinese. We grew up with two Asians. Shout to Simon, shout to Andy. Andy Wong,
yeah.
Dope. Dude had all
like I said, a lot of people came from Canarsie too, bro. Like right now, I want to shout out my man, Jamal Shelters, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's a good dude, bro. Very humble. You feel me? His brother played for the Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And his brother also coached as well too. Those guys are good.
They went
good guys. Yo, we gotta invite him.
Yeah.
I gotta shout out also my man Justin Bright. His I grew up with him. That's my boy for sure from the Heights. His father is Tennyson. You know Tennyson, the Ring Me Along. Oh, yeah, that's his father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. We know a lot of people, bro. We know a lot of people. He has a humble development where he basically developed young people into basketball. He actually mentored what's this guy named Lala's son.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we gotta connect with him. We gonna make trust me, everything gonna come together. So definitely. So a lot of great people who are doing great things and stuff like that and everything like that. So
yeah, basically all we gotta do is network, keep the doors open, you know, and work with people. There's a lot of different people, you know. All we gotta do is stop egos aside, the nice self, put God first.
That's a fact.
Open the doors.
That's a fact.
A testament to that would be like my church that was small and it grew the way it did.
That's a fact.
This show,
yeah, that's a fact.
Even me preaching, I would never think I'll be preaching in front of a church.
Yeah, I got that news. I was like, what?
Shout out to y'all for coming out and supporting.
Course,
you know,
definitely.
Like it's always a blessing to see like my homeboys and people I grew up with, people I worked with, people I went to school with when they come out and see me preach, or when they come on the show, or even when they watch the show, you know, that's a blessing in itself.
That's a fact.
And they be like, this nigga?
I'm always surprised, man.
Yeah, but you know, like that's what life is, you know. It's just a bunch of surprises, a bunch of changes and evolution, you know. I think that's what makes life beautiful, because you never know what will come next.
That's a fact.
It's a big thing, yeah. Now you shout outs to you. You know,
man.
Coming to dad.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you're the first one.
These dudes see my little daughter today, and they look shocked.
Yo, I was
beautiful. I was surprised. It's more of not surprised. It's more of like it's a moment. For me,
it was a big moment.
You know, like I said, for me, I didn't grow up with my father. My father came back into my life when I was like, when I started like preaching. I started preaching like when I was like 17.
Oh wow.
You know, so I was in the streets from like 9 to like 17, 18. So I just from streets to God to preaching. You feel me? So when you see something like that, it's precious. You know what I'm saying? To see a black man with his daughter, that's big. You feel me? That's what it's about. And just your wife taking care of her responsibilities. You know, she's a strong woman as well too. You know, shout out to her too, Miss Jean-Noel. You know, we working out here, so you don't have to work no more, so you won't be okay. You feel me? So, like I said, you know, shout out. I mean, just a beautiful thing to see that. You know, Jeremiah, you know, chilling with Uncle Sam. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's about productivity. It's about progression and just building that empire. So it's a beautiful thing. So I shout out all my brothers and all my sisters who's doing something good. Yo, my man said, yo, Alan, my man Uncle said, I know your people. We ran together.
For football?
Where? You gotta say where, cause we about to close. Where?
Call him real quick.
Alright, I'm gonna call him right now. 1 second.
You probably know your pops.
That's right.
I know everybody.
What should I say him again?
Delpeche.
Yo, that joint sounds epic.
Yo, that's what I'm trying to make.
Yo, when we were kids, I was like, yo, I got the best last name in the world.
That's
it's Delpeche. You remember that thing he said that to?
Because when we used to play football, no one used to call us by our first name. It was only last name only. So it always felt like just like a name that helps some weight.
What's good? What's good, Uncle? What's up?
Not much. I know my man people. I ran the streets with him. I don't even want to go in detail.
Okay. Wait, section, yo. His pops?
I'm going to stay silent on that one.
Wait, his pops?
All you have to do is ask his family members that they know folk. They know East Flatbush.
Oh, which you talking about? My oldest brother?
No, man, he's older generation.
Oh, come on.
Don't snitch.
Yo, you right.
That's a fact. But shout out to you though. We appreciate you though, Uncle. You keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna put this together. Appreciate you. You too, Uncle. We support you, alright?
Yes, family. Alright, cool.
Alright, support you.
Alright,
Thank you.
It's a good dude right here, man.
You talking about East Flatbush, bro? Your father live in East Flatbush.
Probably, man. I'm not gonna be surprised.
Well, I'm not gonna. Man, I ain't snitching either. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, like, you know, guys like our generation, like, you know, guys like man, I can't even say names, but all I can say is just the big. There's a lot of big dogs, like the dude that's in DR right now. What's that guy name who run with Tupac? Haitian Jack. There's a lot of big Zoes back in the day. You feel me? That was doing things, that was holding it down. For that respect for that Haitian, cracking a couple of head. I ain't snitching though.
Even some things that we did, we can't talk about.
You feel me? So I ain't snitching, yo. But at the end of the day, a lot of Haitians put a lot of work. I think that's why Haitians are respected at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. I think just have like a solid work ethic at the end of the day.
That's a fact.
You just got to be providers, like number one, and just like sustainability. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the next step. It's a big thing.
That's a fact.
Yeah. All right. So closing thoughts, guys.
It was real, family. We ain't snitching. Amen.
Just shout outs to everyone on the floor. Shout outs to all my people. Shout outs to my girl Rebecca. Shout outs to my boys Craig and E. Everyone that just came from that circle. Aga. We came a long way from that backyard. I'm really happy to just know that we here. So shout outs to everyone.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that backyard looks so small today, man. I be going to my mother's house and looking out the window. That backyard looks small. I'm like, how did we all fit back there?
I don't even know, man. I remember we used to be on that roof right next door.
Facts. Yeah. But the fact that we all started in that small backyard and now the world's our backyard.
Come on now.
That's just a testament to God's glory.
Tell it, bro.
I just want to shout out everybody that's been supporting me, that's been supporting Sanders, that's been even supporting Alan, everything that he does personally in his personal life and in his business life and everything else. Shout out to everybody that helped us to get to where we at, because it was a collective effort.
That's a fact. That's what it's
from,
about.
You know, from parents to mentors to teachers to everyone that helped us to become people, even our neighbors that looked out for us, people that held us down, people that, you know, that just looked out for us during our transition from boys into men, basically.
Agreed.
So I thank everyone that did that. You know, and even to this point where we could be living testaments, where we could be like, damn, these dudes did a lot. Them dudes from my hood did this. You know, even sometimes when I post in the Canarsie group on the 211, like, oh, I know this kid, he went to school with me. Like, you know, even sometimes when we get stopped in traffic, like, yo, you be preaching, right? Yo, you got that show, right? You know?
That's what's up.
So, like, it's things like that, you know, so you know the people's watching. You might not see the faces, but they watching, they listening. So shout out to all you, man. I love y'all as much as y'all love me. Shout out to my family, shout out to my wife, my kids, my parents, and everybody else, you know, that helped me to be the man that I am. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We always going to be here. Sanders, you want to close out with the prayer?
Father God, we thank you for all the blessings that we receive. Help those who watch the show may continue to be inspired. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. If y'all want to donate to the show, www.gofundme.com /TheRealWord. That's www.gofundme.com /TheRealWord. Subscribe to the YouTube, www.youtube.com /C for channel /TheRealWordTV. That's www.youtube.com /C for channel /TheRealWordTV. You can add yourself to our group on Facebook, The Real Word, and you can follow me on Sanders on Facebook, Instagram, Mr. Cameau on Instagram, and mine's is Rickstar1875. Alan is, I think, Alpo.
Change it. The A1 Lifestyle.
That's what's up.
A1 Lifestyle. Alright. So check us out, and thank you for watching. Good night, people.
All right.